All right, so a quick update on what's going on. First of all, you'll notice an empty lift and the car is sitting on the ground finally. Why is that? So we're getting ready to send the GTV off to the body shop so we can get the extended fenders installed. Not installed, but formed. So this is going to be metal work. We're not doing fiberglass or any of that. We're literally cutting fenders and we're welding on extensions. It's not going to be huge, but just enough, as you can see, just enough to kind of come over a little bit. So kind of create just a little bit of a wide body. The rear tires are sticking out further. Of course, we've got these tucked in nicely here in the front, but we're still going to kind of come out a little bit. Might even do a spacer or something, possibly. Who knows? Not sure yet. But that's why the body people get paid a lot of money, is to help figure this stuff out. So that's getting ready. Now, the reason why I haven't been posting in a while, I have been super busy. The new Svelto garage is almost finished. So I've been working over there, cleaning, putting together bathroom vanities. Just tons of work is going on over there. We're getting ready to turn the power on. The lift hopefully is moving over there next week. I've been trying to get a lift company to come and move it. I think I have finally found one, and I'm waiting on a scheduled slot with them. So that's coming. Let's see, what else? Oh, so I've got, let me see if I can figure this out. I've got all the wiring. I'm gonna switch over the camera here and show you, but we've got all the wiring pretty much done in the car. Okay. So it still is a little bit of a mess, but that'll be cleaned up. But as you can see, we've got the wiring loom here, and then it goes back to some connectors, and all that really is cleaned up. Believe it or not, it looks like a bunch of spaghetti, but it does. It is working. It's working properly, and everything will be plugged back up to the devices and all that once it comes back from the body shop. There's our battery lead, or starter cable here, and then the battery is going to go in the trunk. And then as you can see, we have more wiring here. All of this is nice and neat. Believe it or not, it's just all hanging down for right now. So the wiring is done in the cab, and then we've got, as you can see here, we've got the wiring done here. This is our fan controller module. Got new horns in. Those work. And then we've got some wiring that comes across and drops down. We'll still get these into the loom and all that. So that's coming. Now, on to what the problem is. The reason why this video is happening. This was the original design for the coil packs right here, which pretty cool. I thought it was going to be really neat, but then when you start looking at how thick the harness needs to be and the way it sticks up like that, I don't know. I'm not digging it. You know, we designed the plate. Everything's done, 3D printed the holders for the coil packs. Everything is great, and it really does work. And these are truck coils out of a GM truck and all that, and it works great. But I just don't like the look of it. As you can see here, and I've got to get this clear coat off, it somehow has peeled, but as you can see here, this is our existing speaker box, but we're all fuel injection. You've seen the videos, and so it looks kind of more period correct in a way, right? So I wanted to kind of keep that the same for the coils as well, and that is not going to fit the bill. So what we're going to do is, and let me grab the new coil here, so sorry for the thing. All right, So here's the coils right here. These are the new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got to cut some of these down and get them spaced out properly, and that'll happen. So, all right. So down here, let me move this up. So down here there is a little void, and what we're going to do here is we're going to mount the coils here. I'm going to cut this back a little bit. I had a loop that went in for the vacuum lines and stuff, as you can see here, right there. It'll connect there, but what we're going to do is we're going to change this up a little bit. I bought a 90 degree fittings here, so it'll kind of come out, and then that'll plug up to that, which is fine. I'm going to cut this back some to get it further back, and then we're going to put the coil pack here. Now, it will probably get in the way of me changing the filters in the box, but it's not that big a deal. I'll just take the box off to change the filters. I'm not too much worried about it, but the further I can get this back, the better it'll be. Now, I looked at doing, and I'll move this over here, I looked at putting it right over here. Now, that was where the washer bottle was at, and the bracket for the washer bottle. I've cut that out, and I've kind of started to grind that down, and once I get the motor out before it goes to paint, we're going to smooth all this out so we can have it painted and it'll look nice. But I cut that out, and I was thinking originally I would put the coil packs over there. But I decided against it because that's the exhaust side of the motor, of course, and then I was going to have to extend out this harness here for the coils and then make longer runs. Well, not necessarily longer, but then you know, your plug wires would go that direction, and I didn't like that much, even though that is a nice open space. Maybe we'll do something different. So I figured putting it there, taking the wires, dropping the wires, that'll be more period correct look, even though this car is far from being period correct anymore. But it'll, you know, they'll come down and plug up here, the plug wires, and it'll be more of a normal look to the car when somebody just, you know, looks here and glances at it and sees plug wires coming down. So of course we don't have a distributor anymore. That is a what we would call a it's not the crank sensor that's down there mounted. You can't see it, but that was going to be more for a cam sensor to test before we decided to move it up here somewhere and attach it to the cover, so valve cover. So that's kind of where we're at. So first thing is I got to figure out where I'm going to put the coil packs down here and then mark it. I'll have to drill it. I'll put riv nuts in there. We'll get it mounted. Then I'll take the harness. I got to think here, and I'll see if I've got enough. I may have to retape it up or something, but see if I got enough to come down here and mount. That should be good, and then we'll tuck in the wires here on this little rail here, and we should be good to go. So the first order of business is I'm going to have to get the box off. I need to cut that down a little bit, possibly, and then just kind of see where that goes. So let me go ahead and get the air box off and go from there. Oh, real quick, if you know of a way I can redo that, I've got to strip the clear coat off of this. It's just peeling. It just didn't do right. So I need to figure that out. So if you've got any thoughts behind what to do, this was lasered. All the wording and everything was lasered onto this, which is pretty cool. So now I got to figure a way to get the clear off of it without causing any problems, or I may just have it completely remade again. So yeah. All right, hang tight. Let me figure out what I'm doing next, and we'll come right back to the camera. All right, guys. Here is the spigot box mounted back, or partially mounted back. And as you can see, I cut the pipe further back, and then I thought I was going to use a 45, but I decided just to keep the loop. And it's in. I cut that back some, and so I've got it, behind the edge of the box itself. And then this is the pipe here. I got to cut it back, and that'll connect back over here. And then all that will be nice and tied together for the vacuum system. As you can see, the lines here, those go into that system, so it allows us to raise idle and all that stuff up. So with that, I've got a little mark here, as you can see. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to have that basically is where it's going to be mounted, and then you'll see how close it comes to the box, but it's below the box, so we shouldn't have any problems with it hitting, and then go from there. It might have might pose a challenge to get this end cap off to change the filter, so I may have to just remove the box or at least loosen it up to get it off, but which is fine. I mean, it is what it is, but again, doing it like this gives me an opportunity to hide all of this and to put the wires, the spark plug wires coming down here, kind of make it more period correct. Even though this car is not period correct, it still helps out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the box off, and then I'm going to I'm going to drill my holes here. I'll put the riv nuts in, and then we'll get that mounted. I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll get on to figuring out the wiring harness here and getting that down here and see if I'm going to have to extend it or not. And then we'll start creating spark plug wires, and we'll get this little project completed. Alrighty, I think this looks pretty dang good. As you can see, we've got everything in here. We've got clearance there, so nothing's gonna touch each other, even with the motor moving. So we've got clearance there. It's kind of hard to tell in the camera, but I promise you can kind of see that gap that's there. So I think that's a win. I think that's exactly where it needs to go. And then we'll get a rubber hose that'll go from right here for fresh air that'll connect here, so it'll kind of come up this way. Let me go back. Yeah, kind of like this way. That'll hide that. Now we're going to remove this, and I'm going to start working on the the coil wiring harness, if I can think, and get that moved and see if I have enough room in there to position it right to connect here. So, and we've got them labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So pretty well in same sequence as the way the motor needs to be plugged in. So we should be good to go there. So next step, we will get the wiring harness moved over. All right, guys, thankfully I did not have to extend the harness out. Got a light here so you can see a little better. Did not have to extend the harness out for the new coil packs, which was good. Originally here, and then we kind of snaked the wire back around, which I really like better. Now I will take that together and get that right, but no need in it right this moment. But here you go. As you can see, everything's good. Probably what I will do is we'll put like a wiring, something to hold that wire down like that, but that's pretty easy. So next step, I think, is we're going to go ahead and get the plate off here, get the coil packs out, go ahead and get that back to normal, and then I'm going to start making the spark plug wires that will go here to here. And again, we got these in order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything should match up fairly easily and work. So that's the air box sensor here sitting off to the side. So yeah, all right, let me focus. I'm going to go ahead and get all this off and get that back down to normal, the way it's supposed to look, torque the bolts down, make sure everything's right, and then we'll start focusing on the spark plug wires. All right, here are the wires. Here, these are super long. This is a kit for the coils that we have, the specific coils that we have down there, but there's 8, so it's just, it's an LS coil or spark plug wire kit. So I've just kind of been playing around with it. So this is of course in number 2, but these just fit right in go right in there and snap into place. And then what we'll do is I will cut them to length. Let me get these out of the way. These are some old ones. Cut these into length and get them mounted. And then I've got, let me show you this. We've got printed, 3D printed, this is the top of it, 3D printed spark plug wire holders to get everything nice and neat. So that's where we're at. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these down to length. There's tons of videos that show you how to do these, do the cutting and all that, but I'm gonna cut them down to length, get them put in, and then go ahead and use the spark plug wire organizers and get those put in place. And then this project should be done. All right, so let me get those done and we'll come right back. All right, got the plug wires cut to size and everything is together. This is a completed project. So here's what we did. So basically I took the old spark plug wires from a previous build and just kind of followed with the length of those and cut down these new plug wires to it, and then went from there. So if you notice way down there in that silver thing down there, or aluminum, that's where the old distributor would have gone, and of course we've moved it here. So basically they were all the same. They're the same length as what you would order stock or what have you, OE. So here's what we got. We got our 1, 2, 3, 4 coil packs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are labeled as well, and then we've got them labeled up here. I 3D printed, found online, I didn't create them, but I 3D printed some of these organizers for the plugs. So I've got 2 plug wires, so I've got 2 of them, one here and then one here. So I think at the end of the day, it really turned out nice, and I'm super excited. That could be brought down a little bit, but yeah. So I think that is a win. Come over here so you can kind of see in there. So I think the coil packs work great. I can still get the box off and replace the air filters, and then we'll get a intake. It's going to come down here and go hose, and it's going to go here, and so that'll cover this up, and I think we'll be nice and clean. Again, also cut off the windshield washer bottle there. Didn't want it there. Not sure if I'll even run with one, to be honest with you. So just maybe something I don't do, who knows. But anyway, that is it. So let's just wrap this video up. All right, guys, that is a wrap. Just again, did not like the plate that I had made for the coil packs. I'll bring them over here and show you. So just, I don't know. I mean, I like the design of it, and I think it looks good. But at the end of the day, it just, to me, it just didn't look right on top of the head. I think that's a beautiful work of art on the head, so might as well be able to keep, be able to utilize the look of it in the engine bay. And so I thought the plug wires just made it a lot cleaner, and was able to get new coil packs and move them. So yeah, I think this project was fairly easy, turned out great. The only thing I'm waiting on now, I'm pretty much project out until this thing gets to the body shop. So I've got to call the body shop and find out when they can accept it, so they can start making the fenders, metal forming the fenders. So that should be the next video. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and keeping up with this GTV build that we're doing. Please continue to watch. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and hit that notification bell. It definitely helps out the algorithm of the channel. And until the next video, God bless.